And for more on this issue, I'm joined now by Kari Fulton. She's a global environmental justice advocate. What do you make of China's air pollution goals and some of the progress they've made in recent years? They're talking about using more renewable energy, but is that enough?
I think it's a huge and major step, especially for a global leader like China, to say that they're going to make those efforts and then aggressively move towards those. And that's what we've seen over the last 2 years, is not just saying it and then kind of moving forward slowly, but really aggressively moving towards that. And there's so much work to do, so the faster the better.
During the two sessions, there's also been this pledge, this push for green development. So if you can explain for us, what exactly does green development mean?
Well, there's a lot of different ways that we can talk about green development, and we want to make sure that it's not greenwashing. We want to make sure that we're looking at the ecosystem of how we do our business. Are we protecting our plants? Are we protecting our water? Are we making sure that there is enough food and enough resources for the people that we serve in our communities?
You mentioned water. Part of this two sessions is also talking about the water sources, the Yangtze River, which is a big source of water for the country. How important are these water sources in the bigger picture of cleaning up the environment? They've been talking about how agriculture has been playing a part in using less of these certain fertilizers and chemicals to keep them out of the water.
Well, I think it's super important. One, because the river is such an important infrastructure for the whole entire country. And then when you think about the whole entire region, if China doesn't have good, clean water, it's going to push harder on the other riverways and the other waterfronts within the area, and that's going to make it harder for other people in the area. It also is very important because when we're talking about urbanization, where you have more people moving into the city and you're having more people who need those resources and those water resources because you're boosting up the middle income, you're talking about a huge issue of scarcity. So the faster that China can really develop programs that can protect the water and also focus on renewable energy infrastructure that doesn't pollute the water. I would say no on natural gas as much as possible. I know that it is cheaper than some other resources, but it is fracking is very dangerous.
There's also been a lot of challenges in balancing the environment and doing what's right for the environment, but at the same time, you have this growing economy, as you mentioned, and more people moving to the city. How do you make that balance between the environment and a growing economy developing?
I think that's a challenge that every major country in the world is thinking about. How do you protect the environment while also protecting people and also human rights at the same time? And that is going to be a major question and a major challenge that China is going to have to focus on as they move forward.
All right, Kari Fulton, always great to hear your take. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.